Right, so I'm just working on this one canvas. I'm doing it on the floor basically because it's going to be so much easier for me to do that way. So first of all, just in here, I've got myself some black acrylic. I'll put a bit of water on the brush first. And I've thinned the black acrylic down. I've thinned it right down so that it's pretty thin like ink. Maybe a bit more thicker than ink, but about that consistency. And then just up in here I want to start painting some detail, so I'm just going to start. I'm just going to go for it. And I'm just going to paint this in black. What it'll do as well is it'll give me practice for when I'm doing the lovely pattern that I've just shown you all. When I'm painting that, it gives me a bit of confidence about what I'm doing. There's certain areas that are a tiny bit fatter like there, and that comes out and round. That's it. It just works. Steady away with these details. And then I'm going to get that same colour. I'm just going to start up in this top part here where we've got this butterfly wing. I might actually just do the outline for it first. I know you guys can't see the marks I'm copying, but I'm working from a little sketch that I've done on the canvas and it's not showing up on camera, so I'm just going to do it in black and you guys will see it straight away and see it instantly. And I want to paint behind that with the dark black. Some lovely patterns on this. It's a lovely little, just an indication of a butterfly. What I might do as well, I've got some heavy bodied acrylic here, and this stuff's really good. It makes it so much darker. See, I've got the thin colour on there so that it's thin and it moves around easily, but yeah, I've also got the thick stuff. Now with this thick stuff I'll just go into my thin and then just touch a bit of that thicker paint into that, and with that thicker paint you can go back in and it'll just look so much darker. You want it to be pretty much straight black in there, you see. Just in that centre though. Spreads around really well. And I'm using this paper because I've got the drawing underneath, and so I don't smudge it. I'm just putting my hand on top of this paper. Now I'm just going to come down in there. I'm just basically marking out where the wing is going to go, the shape of it. Again, we're working with acrylics, so they do dry quite fast and it helps you get away with certain things. Now there's this inside edge just here. I'll paint that all the way around as well. That's about there. I always block it in afterwards. because the paint's thin, it just slips over there without any worries. I'm just painting behind that bit. And I might follow this line down here. Something about there. Okay. I keep just going into the thicker paint every now and again whenever I want it to be slightly darker. Nice if you can get it in one smooth stroke all the way, and then you can just block in behind it, no problem whatsoever. Really easy to do. It's just a bit time consuming, that's all, but it's well worth the effort. Very much so worth the effort. And then just in here, we've got a little area where this pattern about that, about like so. One thing these paintings do for you, they help you to gain control of your brushes and stuff. You get a lot of practice learning how to get smooth lines and smooth sharp edges, or soft edges if you like, whatever effect you're trying to achieve at that moment, you can do it with these. And just keep painting over that every now and again, anywhere that's a bit too transparent and showing the colours through from underneath. Now I'm just going to come up here and, in fact, I'll just get rid of the excess. I want control of this. Bring that right round. Something like that. Now just here, this part comes and then goes straight round. You have to be really focused when you're doing stuff like this and concentrate a lot on what you're doing. Keep cleaning your brush out as well, because you do not want it to dry. You do not want the acrylic to dry on your brush, because it will stop working for you pretty quick. I end up, all the hairs will split and it just won't give you the effects that you want. So always look after your tackle. Always look after your brushes. I've killed plenty of brush in my time, so learn from my mistakes, and it costs a lot of money, you see, they're very expensive, so clean them as soon as you've finished painting with them. Even in between, like now, it's a good time, just give them a good clean, just with some water, and then you can take out the excess paint and then go back in, reload, fresh load of paint, and we're off again. Right, so just in here we've got another part like so. I'm going to actually turn the canvas around to make this easier for me. That's why I'm doing this on the floor, because you can turn the painting around and make your life much easier. When it's up on an easel, it's not always easy to do this kind of things, kind of effects. And then inside that I can just block it in. Starting it somewhere near. I'm happy with how it's going. Like so. I mean, you can use any designs you want as well on these canvases. Just use what I'm showing you and change the pictures and change the pattern, you know, that you want to put on there. It's your world. When you're painting, feel free to do whatever. Just let your imagination run wild. I like to use different images in different areas. Like I've used this butterfly, which seen on a door somewhere, a pattern on a door. So you just see something, you think, oh yeah, that'd fit in. And I just assumed, I thought that this would go with this lovely pattern, just done in straight black. I was thinking it'd be perfect. Just going to get some of that darker black in there, just darken it off so it's not transparent. Happy. Now I'm going to leave it like so, so I don't touch any of that I've just painted in up there. And I'm just going to start on this antenna that we've got here. It's a beautiful antenna for this one, but this is a lot thinner than the other. We'll bring that round. So I'm now just blocking here. Just get a general guide of what you want me to actually do. I'm actually come around this side, try and make my life a little bit easier, because I want to allow you guys to see what I'm doing, exactly what I'm doing. blocking that in a tiny bit more. Just in there. Went a bit too far with that. Just run the brush this way. Do it slightly thinner than you actually want it to be. That way you can always alter it. If you do it perfectly straight, you can come back and just make it slightly fatter here and there. Now we've got this other area here that I'm just going to work on, so I'll just block it in on the outline first. Something like that. I'll go all the way along this edge, so I know my line that I'm working to then. Keep reloading your brush regular, otherwise you just simply run out of paint and you're no good in that. Bring that through here, lovely. That's nice. Now just here as well, I missed a part, I didn't finish it off, so I'll just do that whole one a bit. Something like that, and then lock it in just inside there. And again I'm going to work on the outside edge. Just get the outline of it basically, the basic outline. You can sometimes get it in one stroke. You got quite a decent margin for error with this, it's fine. Follow the outline. I always draw them in pencil first and then go in and paint afterwards. You got a really good detail thing to work to then. A bit rounded. A lot smaller than on this side. At a slightly different angle. painting this then as well. Right into the centre of it. Just getting a bit more paint there. Might just work on this end bit, do this first. Block that in somewhat. Going pretty much exactly as I planned it, so that gives me a good feeling. So I just want to now come in the centre of this. You're neating stuff up as you go, you see, like I just did there. Don't worry about getting it first time every time. Not always relevant, just come back and be persistent with it. And that's that finished. Might go over it again just with one more coat once it's dried, but I'm pretty happy with that. Doing it again. I'm just going to get some more black on my brush and bring it to a sharp fine point. It needs to be a good sharp fine point to it, and then with that I'm just going to come up in here and paint in some of these little bobbles, like a beautiful little bobble that comes in there, and then it strings out to there. I'm going to do as much as I can really with one stroke. That's about the width that I'm wanting it. So if we can come back in there. That's it. And then put that bobble on the end. Something like that. Now I'm using Krylor acrylics to do this, but you could use black gesso if you didn't have nothing else, but the Krylor acrylics got a better permanence and they really are good. But remember, I've watered it down slightly so that it flows better over the canvas, and then I have some straight black there which is not watered down, and I mix into that. So I'll show you on the palette. That's the thin stuff and that's the thick stuff just there, So I'm just mixing between the two so that it still slips and slides over the surface, because we've got some real detail in this painting that we're doing. So for the details, it makes life a lot easier and everything works a lot quicker. So like I got that in one go. If you can do that, it's a lot easier. It's a lot less time consuming then. Much less time consuming. Now I'll just reload. I'm going to work on this one just here. I want it to have a fine point there. It's a bit like a tattoo. What I'm doing is this. It is from a tattoo. A really nice one. It's a bit like a Celtic theme to this pattern that I've done on this. There we go. And once you paint that little bobble in, basically I'm going to come back and paint behind it, just here. Join it to this. There we go. Happy. All the time using the paper so as not to smudge the pencil marks that you've got on there. Nice.